Hello, Huskies back again with more New York Rangers GM mode franchise mode commentary. Been a minute since we did one of these. Let's go see what our lines look like. We're at the start of year 2. Right, I signed Wheeler and Pacioretty to just kind of help with some progression for Veleno, Sherbach, Sabinajad, McDavid, just to give them quality players to play with. Will they stick around after their 2-year contract is up? Who knows? Probably not, if I'm honest. Adrian Kempe, it will be Adrian from here on out. I know I was getting it wrong in the Kings one too. JT Miller, Pavel Buchnevich. That top 9 right there is pretty much what I want it to be. And then down here, the 4th line, I've got some room to play with. Arkhipov, Ellie, and BC. And I think I have somebody scratched. I have Rasmussen scratched. Rasmussen's probably... Actually, I should probably play him instead of... Oh, Archipov's low elite. Medium top 6. Yeah, I believe... Am I really going to use Remy Ellie? No, let's get Rasmussen in there just to have him play. Alright, so there's our lines. Defensively, we need some work. Dachin, Nemeth, and Clendenning probably need to go. I like these 3 of D'Angelo, Manson, and Shea. If we can get Manson back... 4.3, that's pretty high. D'Angelo's only making 2.2. Shea we've got locked up at a decent contract, 6.7. I would love to see him get to a 90. We'll have to wait and see. And we need a goalie. Darcy Kemper is our starter right now. 83 overall. Not awful, but I want an actual starter. The only issue with where we're sitting now is I've got a bunch of offensive depth. But what we're lacking, obviously, is high-quality defensive prospects and a goalie. So if I could turn, like this McLeod kid, he's a 68 as an 18-year-old. I'm on the fence about holding on to him because do I turn him in for, do I really need that top 6 guy, McLeod? No, I probably do because he could probably take Wheeler or Pacioretty's spot. Do I look to trade Wheeler or Pacioretty come off season? I have a lot of options open to me. Rasmussen probably will go. I should probably trade him a decent amount before. I mean, we got one. Let's look at our defense. Defensively, I mean, we have Maelstrom. That's really it. We kind of fall off pretty hard after that. So I could turn Rasmussen into something. We have a whole bunch of picks this year. We just don't have a first-round pick. So I could trade him for a first-round pick and draft a defenseman. Because I think we're still 2 or 3 seasons away. And I'm all for being like competitive this year. Because like I said, I don't have a first-round pick. So I'm A-okay with winning and possibly doing half-decent. Because the better we do, the better our players are going to progress. I feel like that has to be what happens. I don't have morale, so I'm going to go ahead and throw Rasmussen on the trade block, and I'm actually going to throw this McLeod kid on there just because I want to see what I can get for him. We'll take the goalie off here. I want to see if anybody will give me a reasonable offer for him. Goalie, I want an elite goalie. Actually, no, we'll do any, but I want potential to be. There we go. Top 4. I want this to be top 2. Actually, no, we'll do any, but again, I want... And I don't need a forward, so we'll do actually a top 2. And see if anybody sends us anything. Alright, now I'm obviously asking for a lot. All the picks are on. So we'll wait and see if anybody offers. I doubt we'll get offers for either. We might get offers for Rasmussen. I doubt we'll get offers for McLeod that are reasonable. And I'm not looking to trade McLeod right off the bat. Because right now he's my best guy to take Patches or Wheeler's spot. But we're going to hop in game 1, taking on the Minnesota Wild, year 2, starting off. See how we started off. We've got a half-decent team. That second line could be a little better. Sherbach and Veleno haven't quite progressed as I'd hoped so far. 17-5 in shots. Nice start for Minnesota. Oh, but Rasmussen trying to play his way to stay on the team. Ooh, Charlie Coyle. Ties it up against Darcy Kemper. Ooh, that Dr. Pepper is flat. JT Miller on the board. Come on. We're getting outshot pretty good here. I mean, Minnesota's not a bad team on... Well, no, they're not really fantastic in the game. I did a full minute. Minnesota was the first team I ever did a GM mode with on YouTube. I think it was back in NHL. I think it was last year. I think it was 17. And we were awful. We didn't win a cup. I think I went 9 seasons, and it was just bad. All right, so let's go up. Let's hit up January 1st, and let's see how the team does. We have a top 6 that is skillful enough to carry us, but at the same time, I don't feel like we have the goaltending or the defensive depth to keep us in games against top teams. I feel like we're going to give up way too many goals. And I'm going to stick with my scouting thing, is I'm going to primarily stay in North America to try to get as much scouted as I can in the Canadian junior leagues. We might head over to Russia. I'm not too worried about Europe. Maybe come like May and June, I'll hit up Finland and Sweden. By the way, fucking Finland destroyed the US the other day to win the World Championship Group A. Something like 6-2. Granted, I don't think the US is very good at the World Championships. I mean, shit, their goaltenders are Keith Kincaid and Scott Darling, so I haven't followed along too much with the World Championships. Just saw that headline. That and Patrick Kane lighting up against Norway. We're actually not doing half bad here. We're 8-5-1. Cousin, who? Who's this kid? 3 years left. Top 9, 69 overall. What's his, Where's he at? Oh, he's got no trade value. So you're willing to take this kid off my hands in a 5th, so I get your 4th? Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Hartford. I can just best lines Hartford. NHL, let's just best lines it. I think we're good. Well, there's that Kovacs kid. He can sometimes get pretty. He used to get good last season. They really edited his They changed his potential for this year, so he's not nearly as good. Sean Day should be playing higher. There we go. Oh, a big win against my other GM mode, the Kings. Alright, let's hit up the WHL. Boosh, 2 weeks. Brendan Dillon and a 4th for 2/3 and Lindstrom. I really don't want Brendan Dillon. 81 overall. This guy's just, he was a giant pain in my ass. I don't know if anybody, I know there are a couple of people that were here for the Edmonton Oilers run. We had Brendan Dillon, and God, he was a crybaby. He bitched about everything, so I don't want him. I know Morel's off, so he can't be a crybaby now, but he just wasn't worth that, and he wanted like $6 million as an 80 overall, like year 3. Like, get out of here. Braden McNabb? And a 4th for Washington's 5th? Braden McNabb's not a horrible... Wow, they're 14-3-2. Oh, he's absolutely a horrible defenseman. Who am I thinking of? Isn't Braden McNabb the dude that's in Vegas? Or is that a different McNabb? I don't know. I could be talking out of my ass. I don't know. 13-6-2. We're actually... I mean, we lost 3 straight there. 4 straight, actually. With a 7-6 loss to Montreal. I really shouldn't go to the U.S. Usually there's nothing good there, but whatever. Hit him up, see what's going down. Alright, so we might be coming back down to earth here a little bit. 15-9-2. We're still above 500, which is nice. Taking on the Isles. Ooh, 2-0. Back-to-back loss to the Islanders. That can't happen. Not as the Rangers. As the Rangers, I should say. Scouting assignment. Hit the QMJHL up. 2 weeks. I'm gonna do each position twice for 2 weeks in North America before I decide to go anywhere else. So that's what, 6 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks. That's 18 weeks. Oh, excuse me. 17, 13, 3. Still, I'm not entirely sure what I want this season to end up as. Like, do I want to be a playoff team with a decent run? Like I said, I don't have a first round pick, so it's not like it's bad that we're doing good by any means. But again, I don't really want to. I mean, the better we do, the better free agents we can bring in. And I know that I wanted to build through the draft, but we kind of threw that out the window when we signed McDavid, if I'm honest. We didn't throw it out the window. We've got a couple of draft picks that we could throw in there. I mean, we've got Veleno. We've got the McLeod kid. All right, so we're 5th in the division right now. We're 9 points out of first. We are in a playoff spot. We're in the wild card spot. Where are we at in terms of... Oh, we're well... Look at... God, the Atlantic sucks. We'd be second in the Atlantic. Carolina and Philadelphia lead the Metro. Whatever. Get out of here fucking year 2 when they're doing that. The Penguins are 13 and 20. Yeah, right. The fuck is this game, man? Let's see. Offensively, 2.87. We're scoring goals, but we're giving up a bunch. Again, our defense and goaltender are going to be big issues. 17% power play, not the best. Decent penalty kill, 82. We're not really good on the road. Yeah, this sim engine, man, it's just getting more and more. Wait, I just realized JT Miller's my 3rd line center, and he's leading the team in points with 36. Pacioretty has 28. Zibanejad has 28. McDavid has 27. Alrighty. Blake Wheeler has 27. Buchnevich has 23. Kempe has 22. Sherbach has 19. Where the hell's Veleno? 10. He's up to an 80 though. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. Rasmussen, he's got 8 points. I don't remember what Veleno started this season as. I'm assuming he was a 79. Now, one downside of not having morale on is they don't get a morale boost to their overall statistics, but I'll gladly take. I'm amazed. That 3rd line is massively good. JT Miller, Pavel Buchnevich, and Adrian Kempe. That might be a line that sticks around. I was kind of on the fence about JT Miller, but he's proven his worth. Darcy Kemper, 16, 12, and 2. He's got a 920 save percentage. It's actually pretty good for 83 overall. He's got 4 shutouts. And Ralph's not doing awful. 2.56 goals against could be a little lower. I mean, that's not that high, though, either. I mean, I'm not really upset with my goaltending. Our offense isn't putting pucks in the net in the games that we need them to. Man, I'm surprised we haven't got any trade offers. One thing I do want to look at is, I want to look at pending free agents. Can I do that? Oh, can I not do that anymore? Is that a different thing? Maybe that's a different screen. Yeah, here we go. Pending free agents. I kind of want to see what we might have waiting for us come off-season. So come off-season, Backstrom, actually what I want to see is goalies. Are there any solid goalies out there? Matt Murray will be a free agent, possibly. I highly doubt that he'll be a free agent. There's no way Pittsburgh lets Murray walk. Ooh, with those stats, maybe they will. Ouch. I wonder if I can scoop up Matt Murray. Eric Comrie, so he doesn't get very good, though. I highly doubt any of these guys make it to free agency, and the rest of them are just too old. What do we have for defense? Any good defensemen out there? Pietrangelo wouldn't be awful. Again, he's a little on the older side. But aside from that, Brody, Muzzin, Krug, Spurgeon, Tanev, I mean, these guys are all kind of meh. Nick Backstrom, meh. Taylor Hall wouldn't be bad. Honestly, if Taylor Hall makes it to free agency, I'd probably take a shot at him. I would probably trade one of the 2 guys I signed last year to make sure I have the cap hit for him. Because Taylor Hall would come in and he would put goals on the board, and that's kind of what we need. We don't have a dedicated goal scorer. I mean, McDavid, he's kind of an all-arounder, if I'm honest. Blake Wheeler and Pacioretty were supposed to be those goal scorers, but it's not working. So I'm going to actually go ahead and swap them out. I'm going to put Wheeler on the second line and Pacioretty in the first. I mean, they're both power forwards, so that probably won't have too much of a change. But I want to see if we can get something going here. See, I don't have a sniper on my top 2 lines. So it's... I mean, power forwards are supposed to be goal scorers, and there's his shooting. I mean, Pacioretty's got 4.5-star shooting, and so does Blake Wheeler, so they should be able to put the puck in the net. I think second line, Veleno and Sherbach just don't have the offensive awareness to... I mean, it's not awful. 84, 85. They've both got decent puck skills. I don't know what's going on. I kind of want to put Sherbach at center because he's got 78 faceoffs. Let's try that. Let's try Sherbach at center and Veleno on the wing. But that might have to wait till next video. Yeah, we're at 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and call it because I want to record a Kings episode as well for you today. So, yeah. Thoughts on the McLeod? Should I hold on to him? Should I see what the market is for him? Should I wait and see how he progresses before I make a decision? I think that's what I'm leaning towards because he could slot into one of those top 6 spots. But yeah, like always, comments below. Let me know if you're watching the World Championships. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you... if you're watching both series, I'll see you in a bit because I got a Kings episode going again. I have 2 episodes going up on Tuesday since I missed Monday, and I feel bad about it. So yeah, I will see you in the next Kings episode, or I'll see you on Wednesday for the next Rangers episode.